That is Vitalis. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you?
Very seasonal, eh?
Mm.
So I want us to talk about something small here. Those who are late will find me in front. So welcome to our today's session. We are looking at the second last module, which is talking about AI in education, special needs, and professional practice. Um, the world is made up of several type of persons. In our places of work, we are comprised of different types of people. We have those with special needs, PWDs. Sometimes we serve people with some very critical issues. So sometimes we are in organizations where we serve people with all kind of challenges. Others are limp, others are mute, others are deaf, others have autism issues, and the government has less solutions to these challenges. You can imagine an assessment being done in our organizations, but then there is a student with some mental challenges, or there's a problem somewhere, but is not handled with care. Or do we have special programs or special systems just made to cater for such people? I remember of a case, a student at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa just called, and she was complaining that she uses a wheelchair. She has to move all the way from Kisumu to Kwea to attend to sessions or classes. But then some of the buildings lack um, some of the terraces for special needs, but somehow. So the concern was for those ones that don't have, and it's where their class has been allocated. You can imagine that student having a wheelchair, she can't go to that class, and she has made a dedication to come up to that place to attend. She has requested for online class, and then it is not handled with care. You're just being moved to somewhere here there that you wait there. So it's issues. The government has very less concern when it comes to autism issues. Very few resources have been channeled to that. When you look at the TVET institutions, I can just attest for you one which is called, is it Kibera TVC, in charge of Is it Kibera or how do we call that place? Karen. Karen Technical Institute for the Deaf. So you'll find that if we are talking about handling the issues about the deaf, what about the mute? What about the blind? What about those ones with problems with their legs and so on? Now, if that is the only institution and just a few which are private, then how is the government able to handle the issue of all these people across the country? And yet they deserve equal opportunities to get those education. Maybe in Namibia, some friends can tell us from Namibia uh, how how is the government in Namibia set to handle students with these special needs? Maybe I just start from there so that we can have a discussion we see before we start talking about what I prepared. Um, let's look at those in various capacities. You can just tell us, just within the places of work, how do you handle these people with special needs without undermining your professionalism and the level of delivery that you are supposed to provide. Those ones who are in the teaching fraternity or any area of professional training areas and fields, how have you made things simpler to your students who have such cases? How do you think you are able to handle the students or a child with autism issues? Yeah, we can just share a little. I hear from you people. How do you handle this? And then in Namibia, do we have certain aspects that the government has done to cater for this? If so, like which ones? So that maybe we can as well as learn from that. So, Lydia, from the perspective of Namibian country, how do you have these cases? How do you handle them, or how have you seen the government responding to them, or institutions responding to them? Yes, is Lydia with us? Lydia, am I communicating?
Prof.
Yes.
Yes, Prof. Come again. I didn't get you all.
I'm saying you are a professional person or a student or somebody in any government or any job or work. You
Mm.
have these people with special needs in Namibia.
Mhm.
What are the current measures that the government or institution that you have made to handle the matter of special needs?
Okay.
Yes, Vitalis, you are working somewhere. How do you think the institution has done that? And how best do you think you could sort them out?
About special needs.
Yes.
they collaborate with social workers who understand the issues concerning special people to address it.
Mm. That is how
There,
it is being
there is a,
handled in your place of work or the office you hold. How have you seen it being handled?
there is a policy, the principles that ethics that guiding interaction with special people.
Okay, we know that the policies exist. We know they are. But are we seeing them being handled in that manner? Mostly they are not.
There's a gap because of undermining uh, those kind of people, denying them their rights and other general human rights.
Now, professionally, based on your capacity as a professional person, like now who is in the master's level and doctorate and whatever, how best do you think you can be able to handle these matters with these people with special needs or autism, or we just term them as PWDs? How best do you think your own office can be able to do in order to ensure that their challenges are really well addressed?
You apply land centered and address the specific issues that they're facing.
Like now, you are working in an academic institution. Uh, Sometimes you have these students are available. They are around maybe 10 in number in that class or in that course. But then you'll find that because now their pleas or what they are going through is not being heard or nobody has a concern, some of them assume that a class, a certain lecturer goes for online and digitized learning, and this student is maybe somehow has a problem with the ear, and one that is there needs to only focuses on once she gets or he gets the sight or face to face, that's when he is able to get that knowledge well. How do you think this can be handled by an institution? Should we not admit them, or should we admit them and then put them into special programs? Should we have other separate special programs other than the normal ones that are being offered? Because what we are seeing is not like that. We are seeing whereby they are all combined and then being handled as general. And sometimes these students go through a lot from hostile lecturers who don't understand their situations or have never met them. They are being accused of not responding to assignments or academic responses that they are supposed to respond to. Others, they are being accused of missing sessions and absenteeism, maybe because he's not able to attend the online one. And if they are also able maybe to attend the physical one, the building is not well structured to accommodate their gadgets. So it's a big challenge, right? We can all attest to that. Maybe even in church sessions, how does a father or a sister ensure that this person with special need has acquired the teachings of the day? Maybe there is a mute, there's one who is mute. Some churches have come up with a measure of having special need interpreters, and some they have not done it. But within the congregations that we have, do we have people who have gone through special needs training? Has the church ever come, or within their planning, have they ever sat down and say that every month and every year we seek to recruit the youths who have studied special needs, the youths or any member of the congregation who has knowledge about special needs, for them to be put to be part of the mass animation, animating the mass, so that they can be able to help those who have special cases. Maybe I would wish to hear from one of the sisters and fathers to tell us how best are they handling this issue of special needs within the church uh, and congregations, because we have to start from there as we now move to what is possible to be done, because we have a very big gap within that area. Maybe one of the sisters, can we hear from one of the sisters? And if we have any father representing any team, can be able also to add us one of the measures that they have placed, so that we can be aware, because sometimes you go to churches, like I attend almost it depends with where I am. Sometimes maybe I'm outside the country, and you've gone to a certain place, and then you found that you are supposed to assemble somewhere for prayers. Then you'll have to go to any church that is near you. I think where I've not gone, but even the mosque is where I've not gone so much, but others I've gone. But in most of the occasions, I have not seen PWD people being addressed by most of the churches. Like, as you preach, do we have an interpreter for PWD? Assume that there are congregants with special needs like autism. How are they being handled by the ushers? Sometimes they can be seen as problem makers, and then the ushers who are very hostile can take them very fast somewhere outside or wherever. Maybe a church member to give a highlight. I can see Sister Patience. Sister, welcome. Can you share with
Thank
us?
you.
Yeah,
Um, from where I come from, there are no provisions made for those with special needs. Actually, I mean, thinking about it, it sounds strange, but there are no provisions made for that.
completely they are not.
No,
Since the establishment of the church.
no. Besides areas where they have the wheelchair to roll the wheelchairs, but involvement in liturgy, there are no provisions made.
Wow, this must be a very good research field that needs to be handled by the church. Yeah. Uh, Sister Anne,
Yes, Prof.
in your own congregation there, how do you handle these people with this special need?
Where I come from,
Mm.
we have always a special school around, special needs school around, whereby we usually have someone to translate, the translator, like during mass.
Mm-hmm.
One of their teachers or whoever in the church that is has knows what to do is always called upon to translate to them. And you find they set them a specific place where they sit together,
Mm-hmm.
and the person is in front of them, so they don't interfere with the rest. They just have specific front page
Mm-hmm.
where all these special needs sit together.
But does it okay, you put it right that they are separated from others. Now
Not
now the question is,
yes,
how do you handle the stigmatization amongst them?
actually, that because they are seated together,
Mm.
it's not really possible or whatever to stigmatize them, because now they maybe the community around knows and they have accepted them the way they are. But I've seen where you find there is that stigmatization.
Mm.
We have always people in the church that are called ushers.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who direct those people where to sit so that they don't interfere with the rest. And you find also those who on wheelchairs with the most of the churches now, they try to provide the ramp where they can wheel those chairs. They can also be comfortable coming in, not to follow, not using the stairs like if there are stairs like the rest. So some of those special needs are being taken care of some places, but that's not the totality that is there in the whole maybe country.
Yes. But now, as a policy, don't you think that as a church, because you are the mirror and everything starts from the church, because even all these schools, when you look at them, majority of them are owned by the church. Now, can't can't the church or the liturgical team sit down and then try to come up with some measures and policies that will be enforced by every church across, so that it is not that specific ones can do it, then others cannot do it. Father maybe is here. He can be able to tell us what measures do they put in place in the highest level.
Thank you. What I would say in the diocese I come from, what I have seen only put into practice like important masses, like ordination
Mhm.
or profession of nuns, where a greater number of the people will come, they seem to take care of one group of the impairment, which means the hearing impairment.
Mhm.
So they get the sign language interpreter who stands in front, and as the service is going or the homily, then they interpret. That's all I've seen, similar to what is in the news now, in the television news.
Yes.
And I saw in the diocese I come from, only one catechist has been trained on sign language interpretation.
Mhm.
So it is him I see being used in public functions. That's about all I've seen. But with regards to the policy, it is not. There is no policy so far. It is the initiative of the people there. Like one time, I had a deaf person coming to study catechism. He wanted to be baptized.
Mhm.
So we got the person in the home or in the village who grew with this person to try to explain what the practice are, what the mass is, how to pray, and so on and so on. But I left that parish before we were ready to baptize him, because the idea was that if he can understand the prayers and be accompanying the people for the practices, then that could be interpreted as having developed faith in the Catholic Church. church.
Mhm. Well,
So I don't know what happened after. We are in the Holy Spirit. We don't have none of the priests is actually interested, or as since there is no policy, none of the priests in my diocese has learned anything to deal with the special needs, may it be hearing or seeing impairment, whatever you, it's not there. And I work in the seminary teaching boys who become priests.
Mhm.
It is not in the policy. Maybe in the near future it might come. It's not in our syllabus to train the people who become priests to handle special needs. It's not there. It's not in the policy.
Hey, hey. Then this is a very interesting situation. Now, I think that now those who are in those fields can easily find now a path to work through in their research, even to be able to now get solutions to that area. I don't know. Uh, Maybe there must be some special letters now to be written by diocese or by the church headquarters now to Rome, to the Pope, to ask him to maybe come up with a policy and establish it across, because now those people tend not to be enjoying and feeling like they are welcomed even in the church, because if they are not well taken care of, then it means that they are not part of the congregation. But let's try to see, because the same things are happening even in the learning institutions and so on. So it's becoming so crazy, and I think there is need to be able to have solutions on this. And that's why some of the usable unlocking technology that we only have that will be able maybe to do that can be the AI. What if we have if somebody maybe has the problem with the hearing, but they have the ability to see, then also those ones with hearing and impairment issues, there must be some devices with some vibration acts or some vibration sounds that can help them to listen to what is being spoken. Then those ones with visual impairment issues, they also have some gadgets which can be placed on their faces, and then they can easily feel that. I think some of you have seen what are called meta games. Meta games. You can even just visit one of the malls, bigger malls, and then go to where you have the meta shops, and then be able maybe to ask just that you want to demonstrate how a meta game box works. You'll be dressed on the head, because you dress it like a cape or like a telescope uh, or a microscope. Then on the face here, you can easily be able now to see, like you can be in a game or do a play with somebody in the US, but you are in Kenya. But the way that thing will magnify and make that your presence in that game is like you are participating in the same field. You are just together with one another. You are not even far away from each other. So please try to find the meta games approach. They are in these bigger malls. You'll be able to find them. They are very important things when it comes to visual impairment issues or challenges. Some of them have also helped so many countries, like developed countries. You find students with visual or PWD issues having given those kind of uh, gearboxes or help or support. Now let's try to look at what AI in education is, what AI in special needs and the professional practices that are available within that. Now, then we also try to look at applying AI across the CBC. Now that we are now saying that the competence-based curriculum within the Kenyan curriculum setup is the solution to many challenges that have been there for long, because what we have currently are students who are smart in the book, but they are not smart in the execution of anything, any task or any skill. So you can now imagine having somebody who has got an A, but when you ask this person to fix something, including their own phone or their own gadget, they cannot be able to do it. Yet that person has done an engineering course and he has got a distinction or an A or a first class. But that person cannot be able to fix that. That means the competency is zero, while the knowledge base in terms of uh, just text and theory in the head is too much. Inclusive learning. Like now, I have started by engaging you people to have what is called an inclusive learning, so that we can be able to unpack and see how are these being handled in a nutshell within the ground. But now, most of the learning institutions, how are they handling issues? Are they involving the learner completely throughout the session to be able to participate and understand the concept well? Or how is it being handled? There was statistics that was issued that most of the teachers, especially like you can see somebody has sent something. Oh, Lydia. Oh, Lydia, you have something to say. You can say.
Yes, Prof. For me, it's just regarding the like, okay, let me say, for example, in my case, I had those special learners in my class
Mm-hmm,
when I was at the teaching practice last term.
mm-hmm,
And then I have realized that 40% of the learners were special needs or special learners.
mm-hmm,
So for me, I have to include all the learners in my class, not to exclude them. Like in Namibia, we have that inclusive education
mm-hmm,
yes. And then for me now to include those learners, some are visual impairment,
mm-hmm,
some are hearing impairment, so you just need to make sure that you have to include them. If there is this other, like in my case, I had one with a visual impairment, so you just need to increase the font of the letters when you are writing, either on the board or on the, yeah. And then for the one for hearing impairment, maybe you can ask that child to come in front just to help that learner.
mm-hmm.
Yes, just include them all in the class.
So, like now, have you ever had a student with the autism issues in that class?
Hmm, I did.
How did you handle that student? Because sometimes he can just wake up and feel like he wants to beat everybody.
Yeah, that one.
I have ever taught a class whereby a student was having those autism issues. So one day is very okay, another day he can just wake up and he wants
Yeah,
to beat you up,
that
you know?
yeah, that one will just come to class,
Mhm,
and then she doesn't want even to talk to other classmates.
mhm,
She'll be just there like staring at you.
mhm,
Even if you say okay, write, do this. That learner will just be there, just doing nothing.
And you know
And
the
then she doesn't.
and you know the more you push them, the more they get angry.
There's no way you can push that kid. You just let it be called. She will even let the class or maybe go climb. It's too much. I
Uh,
heard.
let's try to see how can AI now be able to solve this or help those students. Hey, there is a lot. There's a lot to be unpacked, and we need to learn from all over. And it has to start from home, then to the church, and then now back to the classrooms. Now we have legal systems, healthcare and legal systems. What are AI usage in all these areas? Now let's look at AI and CBC frameworks, curriculum tools, AI directories, and hands-on lessons building practicals. Then we have inclusive learning and special needs. We shall do part of it. If it doesn't end, we continue with it tomorrow until we try to look at what are some of the solutions that are available and then which one can be implemented. Then you have AI in healthcare. Then we have clinical AI directories and symptoms triage practice exercise. You have AI in legal systems and then ethics, risks, and the future. What are the responsive AI deployments across these sectors? Um, Now, we need to understand AI as a quick primer in solution provisions in all these difficult sections. And then we also have to look at what is the UNESCO stand on the application of AI in solving this kind of problems because UNESCO is in charge of education and the, the development structure of the entire countries or the entire world at large. Now, especially issues pertaining education and academic, UNESCO is there to talk about that. That's the UN in charge of the education and all that. Now, what is AI intelligence? We say that AI refers to a computer system that performs tasks normally requiring human intelligence. Now, the way an autism expert handles the child with autism issues, can we be able to interpret this and then convert it into a code that can easily help handle such cases? I think that is possible. And we have systems that are in place that are really trying to sort out matters related to that. Now, this human intelligence covers areas such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and language understanding. So, the way a robot can behave and serve people in terms of within the hotels and other areas, then how can that robot be moving from one end to another until it serves you and then it finds that now you have finished eating and it will be able also to know that you have finished eating and then it is able to send a signal and even remove the plates from that table. We have some areas where it's serving people in those hotels are completely or accommodation areas is completely handled by the robots, which are human intelligent system or expert systems, but not human beings. Can the same also be able to have a solution to these people with special needs? Yes, in some areas, in some countries, we have seen them being used somewhere. Now, the key AI technologies in use today, we look at the learning, natural language processing, computer visions, So computer visions are the ones that were developed to help people with visual impaired cases and issues. Generative AI, which are now things like Gemini's, ChatGPTs that we are talking about, and so on. Then we have robotics and intelligent agents. So all these are also very, very important uh, uh, systems that of AI that are really being applied and used. Like 40% of schools globally. Now, after UNESCO has also accepted that now AI must be accepted within the classrooms, we have seen that an increase within the global space up to around 40% now are piloting AI tools in classes. Then the productivity has increased by 2.5% across. When a teacher or when classes or when any place of work is using some AI tools to execute their duties. We have 89% of the healthcare providers and systems that are being piloted and used across the globe today that are using AI related tools. For instance, a system like SHA that is used in Kenya, for it to be able to tell you that the claim that you are making as a hospital or as a doctor is not sufficient for payment. It is the AI and machine learning tool that is studying that because it has to study about what are the conditions under which it has been instructed not to allow or not to give a leeway for that claim to be made. So the AI tool is able to study that and then be able to restrict certain authorization of payments on a certain claims made. 70% of the learners with disability benefit from these AI assistive techs in today's world. Now, those ones with disabilities, for instance, those ones who have issues with their hands, maybe their hands are clamped or they are cut, they are able to use these AI tools to be able to just communicate because they use what are called voice over recognition. So voice assistance, like a Siri. Siri will just listen to your voice. It will not require your typing skills. So if you don't have the hands or the fingers are not available, then Siri is able to you can easily be able to do things with Siri or Google Assistants. So we have some systems which are also for learning that have been established just to record the audios and then convert them to text that these students can be able to see. And then for those ones who are not able to see, we have those ones which are able to listen to the content. And then the student is seated just like others, but is not able to see. Like let's say he's blind. But mostly you find that they have been given some things in the ears. So they have them in the ears. What are they helping them to do? So what those things are doing is that they are listening to what the teacher is saying and everything that the teacher is teaching, and they are able to translate them into voice. So as you speak or when you are lecturing there and reading the notes, the texts or are being converted into voices. So the student is able to listen to the voices and the translations without you knowing. You've seen in many areas where people have gone for the conferences. And for example, that maybe you have gone for a conference in a French country, and yet you are an English speaking country. What do you get? You get those translation gadgets that are placed in front of you. So you put them on. So whatever is being said in French is automatically translated into your language. Even if you want it to be in Swahili, even if you want it to be in Namibian language state, you can set yourself which language you want it to translate to. Then you'll be able to get all that sorted out. So 70% is now increasing, whereby we have all these gadgets that are able to translate these concepts very well. Now, AI and the competence-based curriculum frameworks. Uh, do we have personalizing learning in Kenya's competence-based curriculum? Do we have CBC or CBET rollout in Namibia? I saw like an article talking about Namibia is really interested to pilot and establish what is called a CBET academics that are also being done within Kenya. So, because in Kenya, most of the colleges now have now changed into the CBET curriculum, competence-based education and training curriculum. So, which is very, very important. Now, what is the relationship of AI in this? Are our students in lower level studying this AI? If the old are the ones who are not even aware that the AI exists, what about these children? Now, we have pre-primary, that is PP1 to PP2, according to the CBC curriculum. So we are saying that play-based AI enables adaptive storytelling and speech feedback. I, there was a tool that students use in games called the color something. Those are the AI tools that are being used there. Uh, we shall be able to look at them. Then we have the lower primary, that is grade 1 to grade 3, which are foundational literature and AI phonics tutors and reading companions are being used in these areas. Then we have upper primary, that is grade 4 to grade 6. We have tools like the cross curricular, AI project assistance, and then we have AI portfolio tracking, which are being used in this area. Mm. So all these are AI tools that are being used. Then we have junior secondary schools, that's grade 7 to 9. We have electives emerge, where we have the AI career pathway recommenders. Then we have senior secondary schools, that is grade 10 to grade 12. We have specialization, where AI research guides and exam preparations or preparations are being done, and AI is also being incorporated into that. So CBC core competencies, we talk about communication and collaboration, talk about critical thinking, we talk about problem solving as a teacher. We need to test that. I know that previously teachers were just taught about taxonomy uh, concepts, but they are not completely measuring the competencies in terms of the student academia growth. Then we have creativity and imaginations. How do we ensure that there's creativity and imaginations within? So it's making so difficulties, and people have various issues and challenges in that perspective. Then we have citizenship, we have digital literacy, learning to learn, and then we have the self efficacy or uh, adoption. Now, what are these AI tools for CBC classrooms? Uh, I don't know if you have ever uh, heard about the Google's learning Learn LM. I don't know if you have heard about Khan Academy, Kanmigo, which are tools that are used to adjust at difficulties in real time based on the learner responses, keeping every child in their optimal zone of proximal development. So you can easily maybe search for such. Then in the AI literacy tutors, We have tools like Reading Eggs and Duolingo ABC that uses the natural language processing to coach the phonics and the reading comprehensions. So when you search for the Duolingo ABC, you can be able to find search. Then you have they are also usable in Swahili and mother tongue language translations so that they don't get lost. Then we have the learner analytics dashboard, whereby we are using some AI tools to track competency mastery across the learner portfolios. We have alerts teachers to struggling learners before they fall behind. Then we have transforming formative assessments, which are also being done in that area. Then you have AI content generators. We talk about chat GPTs, Geminis. They are being used by teachers to generate CBC aligned lesson plans. Uh, what we talk about POEs, that is a portfolio of evidence for the learners. Then we have rubrics. Then we have project briefs in minutes. And then this helps to save a lot of hours of curriculum preparations. Then we have intelligent assessment tools like automated essay scoring, where the systems are used to mark students' assessments without even the teacher's presence. You can just automate the system, and the system is able to carry out with certain activities. Then we have automated essay scoring, oral assessments bots, and adaptive quizzes that align to CBC strands, and the substrands with the instant detailed feedback. So all these are tools that AI has been able to bring out on board to be able to sort it out. Then we have AI collaboration facilitators, where you have group projects, AI mentors prompts learners with Socratic questions, mediate group dynamics, and scaffolding co-creations of digital platforms. So all these are AI tools that have been established for some time now to be able to provide solutions in those areas. Um, I've seen somebody with a chat, or what was it? So all these are very, very wonderful tools that we have seen schools and teachers in developed countries and other areas where AI has been fully established are being used. So, like now, for grade 3 literacy, we have challenges things like a learner reads below the grade level, but the teacher has 45 other students above. So, how is this being solved? AI solution for this is that AI reading tutor can easily help this student. So we have a tool called Elo. We have a tool called Elo AI. So you can just easily go through the platform here, and then you can search for Elo AI, reading or tutor, reading and tutor. So it is here. It's called Elo. This is the one here. Reading with Elo. So this is the AI tool. So if you are new, then you can get access to Elo. You can join the wait list, and then be able to, you can see that student is interacting with that Elo tool, and is able to play around with it, and they are able to read and study together. You see, like now this is mathematics, 8 times 3. So students or children are able to interact with this Elo tool like that in order to ensure that they are learning something. So you just search for Elo, and then you have the ability to access that. You can put there your phone number. If you are in Kenya, we can be able to do that. then I can be able to put my number there, 925, maybe 7365 and so on. Maybe please specify the valid. I agree, that is. But if we say that now enter your email, can be able to enter anything there. Maybe let me try with that. Parent's name, maybe I can say it's $H. It's a company. Child's name, I can say maybe it is AI training. Do you have more than one child who is like to use Elo? I can say yes, and then we can continue. Child's age, let's say that AI training is a child is maybe let's say 6 years. Can we say 5 years? We see how it's able to train a 4 year child. Then reading. What subject are you most interested in? Is it reading, mathematics, or English fluency? So let's say maybe it is. Which one would you wish? Can you choose a teacher in the Middle East? Lydia, which one do you wish?
Mm, reading.
Oh, reading.
Mm.
Then what device will you be using for Elo? So you can choose there maybe Samsung tablet or an iPad. For now, maybe I can say others. And then how did you hear about Elo? Just say maybe I've used Elo before, or it's now learning for today. Just say other. You can continue. Last thing, how would you like to experience Elo? Give me early access. I don't mind a few bugs. I will wait for the finished version. Just let me know when it's ready. So let me just do that. Let's go with that. You are on the early list. Now return to the website. So can we be able to do this? Join the wait listing. So I think yeah, it's able to remember all the details that we placed, and it's reading. We see what can go back with this. Don't mind few bugs. Then you go that. So the new version is still under development and construction, but you could easily watch certain aspects that the tool is able to do. For instance, you can be able to see here where a student can easily listen. So you can see that they are interacting with them via phones. So they can also be able to be playing with it just like that. Then you have we get it, we are parents too. So parents can as well as be able to guide them, and they learn with them. So that is, once it is launched, I'm very sure I'll be the best ones to within Africa. I think they are not that much within the region, but they are very very essential to use. Um, what other tools do we have? Like now here, if you look for AI tools for supporting young kids, young kids in reading. See, when we do this, we had many being listed before. We have this one called the speech hubs. The speech hubs. We have the Wodela and other very like this ones here called the Think Academy. So like this one here, how does that? We have the Learning Club. We also have the IBM for the young kids. Then we have the one called the Adapter Mind. IBM for the young kids is also available. Now this one here, Start Talking. This is for the kids also. It's called the Speech Blabs by Blab Blab. So mostly what it helps is it helps the students or the young kids to talk and reading, because most of the time the challenge is reading. Like now, if you want to teach one for handling the quizzes, then you can have the learning. How old is your child? Let's say maybe it is 5 years. Then we continue. We help over this 5 years old. Most parents notice fast results after a few, so you can just fill some information there. How are they talking compared to other children in their age behind? I'm worried they are not where they should be, about the same, but I want to give them a boost ahead. I want to keep bulbing their skills. I'm not sure. Let's say that maybe you are not sure, or maybe is about the same or is behind. So how do you handle such? You are in the right place, then you can continue. Choose the gender of your child. So let's say maybe it's a boy. Has our app been recommended by an SLP? That is uh, let's say yes. Then we work with these SLPs and teachers nationwide who can create our exercises. Then you can have that. Which best describes your child's speech right now? Not really talking yet, mostly sounds or gestures. You can see even the child of 4 years, 2 years can be guided by the tool. It's called the Quiz Speech Hub, the Speech Hub. So Speech Hub is an AI tool that is able to do that. Let's say maybe a few words, but hard for others to understand. Does your child have any learning differences? Let's say like maybe suffering from autism or speech delay. Then you say that. So from 10 words to talking, that is it. Then you can continue. Can people outside your family usually understand what your child says? Let's say sometimes or almost always. So let's say rarely, even we struggle sometimes. Maybe that is the most severe challenge that you have. Get very upset, tantrum, or crying. How does your child react when they are not understood? You see, get frustrated but tries again, gets very upset. Let's say that. How does your child learn new words? Let's say copies what we say immediately, picks them up gradually over time, needs a lot of repetition, does not seem to be learning new words. So let's say he needs a lot of repetition. Let's say that's the difficult. Does your child learn at least 20 new words every month? Let's say no. Does your child join in when the children are playing? Let's say no. Maybe he's an introvert. Does your child understand and follow simple directions like get your shoes? Let's say no. So can you have a back and forth conversation with your child? Let's say no. What is your biggest challenge when trying to teach your child to speak? I don't know where to start. I can find the time for practice. I struggle with the attention, so maybe I don't know where to start. Speech blabs gives you a clear path forward. Now, let's see. What area should we focus on the most? Speech clarity, vocabulary, attention plan, speaking fluency, building confidence, social skills. Let's say speech clarity. Um, how often do you practice with your child at the moment? Few times a month, almost never. So let's say few times a week or few times every day. How confident do you feel about your child's development right now? The speech development. Let's say maybe is very worried or concerned, uncertain. Do you fear the gap between peers will increase in the future? Let's say yes. Now, after all that, we are here to help you get there. 100% speech bulb will create by parents and teacher together to give you confidence and clear path. So Forbes here can be able to say analyze that. Your child's name can say maybe it is AI training. That is my child name. And then AI training's learning profile. Gender boy. The age is 5 years old. Speech delay. Now here are the things. The score is around 68%. So focus areas. Your child's speech level, we know that it's 68%. Focus area is speech. That is true. When do you want to practice with your child? Morning, afternoon, evening. Uh, Teacher Lydia, when do you think is best? Is it in the morning or in the evening? Hmm? Sister, when do you think is much uh, applicable to start learning this? When does the child learn very fast? Is it in the morning hours?
No, 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 morning.
The morning. Okay, let's choose the morning hours. How much time are you willing to dedicate to learn with your child? Can we say 10 minutes? Let's say maybe 10 minutes. Are you ready to commit to AI trainings or to your child's trainings custom speech journey? Let's say we can customize learning here. So it's going to set for you the goal, setting the goals, picking the content, adjusting the difficulties based on the questionnaire that you have filled. Look at how powerful that thing is. Enter your email to create AI training personal account. So we can put there the email and then be able to do that. Now you can see that now this is now your child. In 6 months, you can be able to track how your child is faring. So you do that with the child. So this is the child called AI trainings. So AI trainings personalized learning plan is ready. So we have given here the promo applied AI this. Then you can start with zero for the 3 months. Then they charge you now some amount. So you get some plan there. Happy families, they are there that amount. So this is an AI assessment tool, complete AI tool that can help you train your child even how to speak. Something that most of the parents even normally fear. So you can get a plan. So you choose yourself which one do you want. Do you want this one or do you want this one? So this one is 0 point, that is 20 per day, $20 per that. So 3 months you only pay $18 and then they give you 3 months practice. So you choose a plan that works best for you for these AI tools. So you can just email h hi at blab.org. So once you choose the plan and then you pay for it, then you can easily have the entire plan made for you. So here you can easily put your card there and then you can easily make that payment. So after that, then you get it. So here it says here we have special gift for you. So they are giving me something, a gift here. So offer available for 0 hours. I don't want to log in with other details, but this is the tool. If you are ready, you can easily use that and then you can train the young kids with that. We also have what is called the adaptedmind.com. This is for the young kids again.
Welcome to Adapted Mind, where we make learning fun. Before we get started, who do we have with us today?
Who is here? So let's say I am a kid.
Awesome! Now, this exercise is best to go through with your parent if they're nearby. Do you think you can go get them?
So that is a question I've been asked. So let's say, wait here. I'll go get my parent. Let's continue. So let's just say let's go.
All right, let me show you around. We'll share information with your parent afterwards.
Pick your math grade. So let's say math grade for.
At Adapted Mind, monsters teach you math. From counting
To algebra, we make math visual and fun.
This is County. Oh, hi there. How many eyes do I have?
So the child is supposed to look at these eyes and then count them. How many are these? There are 5. Let's say
Nice work. I knew I could count on you. You made your first friend. And each time you answer a question, we automatically adjust the difficulty to your level. Let me show you something else cool. Even if you know the answer, try getting this one wrong. I promise I'm not crazy.
5 plus 3.
5 plus 3. Get it wrong or get it right. So can we get? Let us try to get it right.
A teacher video explains the problem you miss. Ahem. Take it away. We start with the bigger number, 5, and count on. 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. Thanks, Teach. Before starting your free trial, make your very own monster.
Good. So monster maker. So you can do something there.
Oh my, that is one interesting monster you've made. I love it! The ideal usage is 3 days a week for just 20 minutes each. Screen time is useful, but important to limit. So we designed Adapted Mind, so your kid can get in, learn, and get out. Like literally, get outside or do something creative. And did you know that Adapted Mind has helped students solve over 400 million math problems? We know you need to see the results for yourself. You can try Adapted Mind free for your first 30 days with no commitment. Next, let's get a parent to help you so we can begin your journey. What's your parent's email address?
So if it is not a child, now you'll have to put there because now I say that I'm a kid. But that is how that platform is. So it's called adapted mind. So that is also another AI tool that you can easily interact with students, and students will leave that class enjoying their sessions than just interacting with the teacher all through or alone in all the time. So you can see how it is using all the details that you are explaining to them for them to give you some adaptive lessons to that. So all this can help even if the child is has an issue about autism, these are tools that are existing to help them. So you'll find that that student is getting these concepts completely and is understanding them very well than just playing with these cartoons on a TV. You buy for them like a tablet, then you subscribe to these AI tools, then you give that child. You'll always be practicing with that thing. By the time a 1 month or two or even a year ends, you will find that these students are really very sharp and they are very nice. They have a lot of concept within that specific. Why? Because it is easy for students to learn and understand these things when they start earlier to interact with these computers than when you expose them to computers at a very old age time. Mm. So that is where we have some issues there. Now we have group projects on water conservation lacks research skills. Now that kind of a question, that is a challenge. So what are the AI solutions that can be given here? Like students have to use Perplexity AI to research the local water data, then use the chat GPT to draft some hypotheses, and then the teacher has to guide them on the critical evaluations. So that is how the competency can be seen. So CBC competencies of the critical thinking and digital literacy practices are being seen in that particular area. All right. So we have something like career guidance. Like you can have a challenge like students unsure of the elective pathways for the senior schools. Now, what can be the AI solution? AI career profiling tools, interest and amplitude questionnaires that maps results to the CBC pathways options and labor market projections. From there, then you can see that from the outcome that data informed choices versus the guesswork. Parents also engage via results. That's why you see before you have the account with the ELO, you have first of all to undergo through a lot of questionnaire so that it can learn and understand what is the real thing that you need in that particular area. So that is within the AI, CBC AI in actions, especially in classroom situations. Now, what are the complete tools directories for CBC and education? We have what are called the Khan Academy Khan Mingo. This one you can easily search for it. That's called the Khan. Just search for it. Then you come here and you can easily find that tool here. So it is here, the Mingo AI. So once you click here, the Khan Academy. So this one helps to manage teachers. You have teachers here. You have learners. You have parents. You also have writing coaches and so on. So all that. So if you are a specialist within that and you want to teach, you can easily also sign up there, and then you'll be able to have an account, and you can be taken there as a tutor of others. So that's how. So you can get Canmingo. So you need to log in and then make some small payments, and then you start using it. So how does it help you? Canmingo tools have the booklet generator, they have the chunk text, they have class snapshots, they have discussion prompts, they have clear directions, they have informational text, they have lesson plan, you can make it inside them. You can do the lesson hook, you can make it relevant, lavella or discussion prompts, learning objectives can be set within that area. So the tool is much usage in most of the developed countries. So you need also to look at it. You can see they are charging $4 per month, only $44 per year. Very cheap, and you can have students enjoying this lesson with this Camingo tool. So you can see here, when you are coming here to sign up for Khan Academy. So I am a learner, I am a teacher, I am a parent. So maybe I can register as maybe as a teacher now, like Lydia. Then you have to create the account here, or you can just join using your Google account here, so that you can sign in directly, or you can put here your email and then your password, and then you sign up. So you can easily do that with it. And once you log in, then you'll now be able to access all those materials, and you can even choose mathematics Kenya or whatever. So you can choose which level. So the tool is working well. Or you can use the OEAI. OEAI. This one is by Ottoman Institute, which they have partnership with us. So they are our partners, and they have the OEAI, and they have piloted it across the globe also for use. Let's say it is OEAI here by Ottoman Institute. Let's say Ottoman Institute AI. So it's here. So sometimes it has issues to access, but you can see there. So it supports research, it supports whatever. I think it's under maintenance now. You can be able to access it later, but it's also one of them. So you can either use this Khan AI and other platforms that are there. So that is one. Another one is what is called the Google Learn LMS. You have this one called the Duolingo. It is for literature tutors. So this one is much also important. Then you have this one for Canva Magic Studio. You also have the Curie Pod. You have the Magic School AI. So you can imagine now all these things exist. Magic School AI. And then you access it. So it's here. Magic School AI. It's also an AI tool. So you can see there. You can create your materials. You can generate an image, a video. So like here you can see people have made some things here. You can apply some templates like this one. So these ones, they are being generated to picture out. So maybe you can say like maybe you want AI video. But now you can say here AI video. Let's say, let's go back here. Let's say AI video. Showing African parent teaching or learning with the child, or having a lesson with the child, having a lesson, having a reading lesson with the child of 5 years. Let's say that is the video description that you want, and you want to create, for instance, it is a video. That is what maybe you want to make. Let me copy this first so that I have it as a backup. So I click there, then I click here, Then I say that I want that video to be like that. So we are going just to use just something small here. How many credit that? So it will ask us to log in order to create. Let me say that I log in just with my account. Then we shall be able to leave. So let's just do that trial. So let's say that that is what we wanted to be made. So it's creating a video showing an African parent having a reading lesson with a child of 5 years. Let's see how it's going to make that look like. So that is the video that it has made for us. That's an African parent with a child of 5 years. I can be able to download this. Then I can be able to play it. That is it. So that is it. You see, the parent is playing with the child. So that's how the AI is much a powerful tool for us here. Or you can say uh, African parent sharing Bible teaching with the preacher, like that. Let's say it's 0 seconds, then we click there. So you can even define yourself what you want to add. So there are several things you can be able to do. You can attach a document or chat history. You can even trace all that with the Oria or create AI. So that is the or create AI. So it's going to make for us that African parent sharing Bible teachings with the teacher, with the preacher. It's going to make that. You can choose some sections here. Oh, I did not choose the voice. No. Now this one will consume. You see, when you put the voice, it will consume more credits. And for this one, you can even download it from here. Just clicking download. So because I did not choose the one for with the voice, I don't know if it is able to do that for us. So it's trying to think and do that task. So all these are AI tools that you can easily use them to practice with the children at home. Have your own cartoons made. You can create content for your learners together, and you have the solutions done. So that is very, very important. So you can choose here to put the audio and so on. You can choose the quality of the video from 480. So 1080 is the best, but now you can see how many credits it consumes, because AI is about credits. The more the credit, the more you pay. So but you need something that is of high quality. So you can choose also the model or the agent that you want to use. So most of them vary based on the ability and the highest level of content that you want to get. That's why when you pay for an AI space or area, what you get is the best results based on that on the model that it will be able to unlock. So the more you pay, the much you pay, the best results you get. But if you pay just less, something small, you'll also find that the amount of payments that you get is or the results that you get are also not that of high quality. So this one seems to be thinking a lot because we've changed some many things here. You can choose even the one that suits on your phone, maybe too small like that, or just 16 by 9 that is there. Then you can easily click create so that it can make for you that video. So those are the tools that we have. What about the Q report, the Magic School, and others? So those are the competency tools that are used. So I've highlighted here for you what are the tool and what are they used for and how are they working. So hands-on practical for this section that you can easily deal with is that you can easily build a CBC lesson with AI. So I want you to choose any AI tool that we have uh, picked or that we have talked about. Then go to the, or even just use Gemini or Chat GPT. So I've guided here that you can go to Chat GPT or Gemini on your device. Use this prompt. I'm saying that create a CBC grade 5 science lesson plan on states of matter, 40 minutes. Include a starter activity, group task, and assessment rubric. That is the prompt engineering that I've said you use. Then review the output. Check, is it CBC aligned, age appropriate, and are competencies addressed? Then you can refine it by make the group activity more hands-on. So you can refine them now in the discussion that we shall be able to do before we start the class so that we can see how far you've done. So you can practice that so that now the next session we can start with the module 2, which is AI for inclusive learning and special needs. Thank you so much. I would wish to end there for today, unless you have a question for me now. So we have started from there and we have looked at the AI in CBC framework. So that makes the end of our today's session. Unless you have a question for me, one or two. If none, then we can easily. So this is the video that is also that we were making. You can see it has finished creating of a parent with a child, then with the, here it is, it has finished making. So you can download. We can play. So you see, it's doing that. So if so it's playing without an audio, you can still add an audio by yourself, or here now we have chosen an audio. Now once you choose an audio and then you do that, then it will now be able now to generate a video that has also the voice. You can easily record your voice and then put it there so that it reflects your real voice inside the video, and then it can easily do what you want. You can even make uh, any cartoons or animated contents for classrooms with your voice. So you can see this one is done. So it has finished. that African parent sharing Bible teachings with the preacher. Can we listen to it?
The Bible teaches us that we should love our neighbors as ourselves.
Yes, and that's why we must love them even more with a love that is patient and kind.
So let me download this. You could hear how good that voice is. That is it. Listen to that. So AI can make for you.
The Bible teaches us that we should love our neighbors as ourselves.
Yes, and that's why we must love them even more with a love that is patient and kind.
That is it. So
The Bible teaches us that we should love our neighbors as ourselves.
Yes, and that's why we must love them even more with a love that is patient and kind.
good. So you can define the age of the child who is sharing the Bible teachings. You can even say this is the Bible teaching on a certain scripture. Then you put the entire scripture the way it is, put it there, and then you can create a video that demonstrates that. You can put whatever. You can even add your own images. Then it will use your own images to explain that concept. You see, that's how these tools are. So you need to be able to practice with them slowly and then get things done. So thank you. I would wish to end there for today. Next, we shall look at that now on special needs. Today we've seen on CBC and competency. Goodbye, and may God help you as you do your other engagements. Let's meet tomorrow, possibly. Yeah. Goodbye and good night.